Hello, I'm Dan Toppy and welcome back to another brand new Fortnite video. Today I'm wanting to tell you about 5 of the biggest updates from the 4.2 update which came out on Thursday. Some of these are fairly obvious and you will have noticed them in game. Some of these are a little bit less obvious but still play a big part in how the game runs and how the game will play out. So starting off with the biggest update by far, and this is obviously the new weapon that was added. This week we got the new epic and legendary burst assault rifle, also known as the Famas. In real life it's the Famas weapon. You find these in loads of the Call of Duty games. Just like how the full auto epic and legendary assault rifle is called the Scar, because that's the real life weapon that it's based off of, but obviously they don't call them by the real names because it is meant to be more of a kid friendly game. So as with the Scar, the Famas can be found as floor loot, in treasure chests, in supply drops and in vending machines. The epic variant does 32 body damage per shot and the legendary does 33, so if you do have a legendary you are pretty close to being able to kill a non-shielded player in just one burst. Obviously if they don't have any health then it will be an incredibly easy kill. If they do have some shield on then it will be a 3 burst kill. If every shot lands on the main body, obviously the multiplier will go up for heads and down for limbs. I haven't had much time to play with this gun yet, but next week once I have had some more time with it, I am thinking about doing a comparison video between the Scar and the Famas. So if you'd like to see that, make sure you let me know in the comments down below, but I would like to know which one is the best out of the two and which one I should be using, so I think it would be a helpful video for you all. Next up is apples. Apples are added into the game as a low level heal. You can uncommonly find these around the bases of certain trees around the map, and when you do take them it will grant you 5 health, but you can stack these all the way up to 100 health if you really wanted to. Whilst I've been playing I haven't actually been able to find any of these apples around the map, so they definitely are pretty rare, and at 5 health per apple it doesn't seem very efficient. You might as well just find some bandages. So this does seem like more of a gimmick item and I could see it being removed in the near future. Next up is a reduction in spike trap damage. This is a pretty big thing for me because I didn't agree with how the spike traps worked. I didn't agree that if you didn't have any shield a spike trap could one hit kill you, as they used to do 125 damage. So if you didn't have any shield on at all you would die instantly, and even if you did have all your shield on you would still lose all your shield and 25 health. This has now been changed down to 75, so if you're full shielded you'll go down to 100 health and 25 shield, and if you don't have any shield you will go down to just 25 health. I think this is a lot more fair and it's definitely a lot better just for alerting you to when a player does enter your building and doing a bit of damage to them, instead of just dropping spike traps everywhere and waiting to get lucky kills from it. But the reset time has also been decreased, so after it has hit you it can then hit you again in 5 seconds time. So if you are knocked on the floor you do want to move out of the way before your teammate comes and picks you up, because after 5 seconds that spike trap can go again, and if you do get hit you want to make sure you run away as quick as possible so it don't get 2 hits on you. But really this isn't a big issue and it just leads towards you being able to use these a lot more tactically than you used to be able to. After that, the 4th big update in 4.2 is that server ticks have been increased from 20 to 30. I was actually really surprised by this. I didn't know server ticks were so low. If you don't know what server tick is, this is how fast a server updates on Epic's side. So basically everyone's consoles and PCs who are all in the same game all send their information to the same server. This server then exchanges that information and lets everybody know and updates everyone as to how the map has changed and how player movement has changed, and anything not being controlled by you on your console or PC, because this is always being sent to the server for it to be given to the other players. So a 20 tick server updates and sends that information out and receives that information 20 times every second. This might seem like it's quite fast, but compared to most games this is pretty low. Most big games at the moment run on 60 tick servers. This is where you will get the fastest update speeds. In games like CSGO and stuff where it needs to be really quick so it's really competitive, they need to be updating as fast as possible so the server isn't bottlenecking the experience. If anything you want to be being bottlenecked by your own internet, not by the server. But now they've increased it to 30 tick, that's an extra 50% speed that's been added on. The game should play a lot more smoother and we should get that information a lot quicker, meaning that we won't be missing out on those gunfights. Something which I'm still noticing though is I'm dying from snipes and shotguns before I've even heard the shot. This is something that server side, and it was something that Battlefield 4 really struggled with. In Battlefield 4 they referred to it as netcode. The netcode in that game was terrible because you would always die before you could even see a player come around a corner or before they even fired a gun. This is still a slight issue in this game, but it's not as big, and because your gunfight's generally a lot more spread out in a battle royale game, it isn't as important to have such high tick rates on servers, but I would like to see it pushed up to 60 at some point, just so we do have that really smooth gameplay all the time. But this is definitely a good improvement, and I'm sure they will keep on trying to increase this as far as they can. And finally, an update that counters one of the most annoying things in the game at the moment, and that is vertical audio. Generally, if you're playing in tilted towers, you could be on the bottom floor and you could be hearing someone walking up on the top floor. It was really bad because you couldn't work out where anybody was off audio, like you generally can around the whole rest of the game. When a player was above or below you, it was really hard to tell where they were, but now they've added in extra detail to vertical audio, so you can tell much more easily where they are. The way they've done this is by adding in another audio effect dependent on what material you are walking on. So if you're walking on wood, it'll creak below your feet. If you're walking on stones, it'll crunch and will make gravel noises. If you're walking on metal, it'll rattle. But you'll only be able to hear this when the player is above you. So if you're in tilted towers and the player above you is walking on a wooden floor, you'll be able to hear the creaks and you'll know that they're up there. This makes it a lot more accurate and definitely does help you to work out where players are coming from when you are in those vertical situations, because audio is so important in this game. If you're not playing with a headset, then you really are missing out, because you need to be using a headset to know where players are coming from and to be able to predict them really easy. But they are 5 of the biggest updates from 4.2 that you might not have known about, and that are really important when you are playing in-game. If you have enjoyed this video and would like to see more like this one, more detailed videos talking about in-game updates and stuff like that, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. If you're new here and you want to see more videos like this one, challenge guides and general tutorials, make sure you are subscribing as I upload videos every single week. On screen now are links through to my video about the newest limited time mode called Solo Showdown, as well as a link to my full playlist of all of my guides from the Season 4 weekly challenges. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.